So, luxury pranks versus Leon Lush interview. The reason why I decided to do this video, I mean, I've been doing this videos, for a little bit, but that one caught my attention. The reason why it caught my attention is because not that long ago, Leon Lush did another video talking about RIP, luxury pranks and everything like that. But this interview, man, I don't even know where to start. Here's the thing, it's an hour and 6 minutes. I am not watching that full hour, but I did skip ahead to around 30 minutes of it, at the 30-minute mark, and that's when things get interesting. Because okay, in the beginning, Leon is there talking to Parker about something to do with to catch a cheetah, and he's dodging and deflecting and things of that nature. Here's the thing about Parker, or Luxury Prince, or whatever one of their channels that they're doing. Let's just put it this way, there is a totally different side that you see to him when you watch this interview. Because he does a lot of deflecting and misdirecting, and a couple of times, Leon Smith asked him a lot of times Leon is not there calling him out on the things that he said. When he'll sit there and be like, listen, we talked about this, I asked you this question before. And then Parker's like, well, I don't know if it was me or if it's one of my teams or whatever. So apparently, and this, I'm not gonna lie, this is some real sleazeball shit. Whenever Leon was asking questions and talking about different things, or things that Alex had put on his DMs, like that he's talked to people about stuff, Parker will sit there and say, oh, well, it might not have been me, it may be somebody on my DMs on Instagram or Twitter. I have a team of people that sometimes I don't write stuff. I'm like, wow, okay, so this is let's just get out a free jail card. Anytime that you're confronted with something that you don't know how to answer, or you get called out on it, you can always just sit there and be like, oh, well, I didn't say it. And he gets to the part where he talks about the the Predator videos. So way back when, Park used to do these social experiment videos where be like catch a predator or whatever, bring the guy over from like TikTok or whatever, and confront him with a list of questions and stuff, blur out his face and everything. Here's the thing, when you blur out somebody's face, when somebody's face is getting blurred out, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a real video. It just means that he blurred out that person's face. And in not so many words, Leon pretty much asked him, are your videos real? He was like, are the predators that come into your house or come into these places, are they real or are they paid actors? Simple question, just flat out ask him. Parker's answer is, well, what really is a predator? And I'm not gonna lie, I swear, me and Leon had the exact same look on our face, like, did you really just... I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, when you watch it, it's so bad how he gets very defensive and he gives these BS fucking answers. Wow. And granted, you gotta sit there and take it like this. I am a fan of the luxury pranks and luxury dark videos. Like, I'm a fan of those. I don't think that they're real. That's just my opinion, in case Parker decides to sit there and, threaten to sue me or some shit like that for slander. In my opinion, I don't feel that they're real. But with that being said, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I've been watching his videos since, since he been doing the Predator videos. And then he started doing these um dark web series. No, he started, I don't know if he started doing the dark web series first. No, he started doing the monster videos or whatever, where he would go over to somebody's house and they would sit there and say, "Oh well, I have somebody that's in my house. I don't know who they are, and I sent you proof." One of those videos. And then he started doing the luxury dark videos where he started buying stuff off the dark web and getting girlfriends off the dark web. And I will do a video on that because, but yeah. So this video, like this interview. Here's the thing. I went into this interview sitting up there thinking that this guy Leon, I don't want to sit there and say he's a hater, but he doesn't really like him. He doesn't really like his channel, and he's just gonna like sit there and bash him left and right, blah 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 blah. But he goes in and he just asks basic questions. Now, Grant, again, I didn't watch the whole video because there's a part where he's talking about like him being associated with a group called To Catch a Cheater, and so I didn't really watch that part. I really want to kind of get to the meat of it, or like my interest, as far as him asking him, "Are your videos real?" And he, Parker says like my videos are 100% real, and Leon's issue with Parker is that, he basically feels that Parker's videos are based on a lie, and while they may be entertaining, while they may be beneficial as far as like, spreading awareness to, the dangers of like online predators and even the dark web stuff, while all that stuff is altruistic, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but while it's all good, his heart is in the right place with that stuff. But, essentially his channel is built on a lie. Now it's an entertaining lie, yes. You look at channels like Jesse Ridgway or McJuggernuggets, where his channel is built on a lie. Literally, it's built on a lie. I mean, he can sit there and say, "Oh well, it was a story," and try to come up with all these BS explanations. But the point is, his channel was built on a lie, and that's what Leon is actually having a problem with. Is the fact that he's these kids or whatever are watching his videos and thinking that they're real. And he's getting financial gain from YouTube and all these sponsors and things of that nature, and it's just built on a lie, and Leon, he feels like he feels that integrity is very important. I feel integrity is very important too. So I understand where he's coming from. So Parker gets very defensive. And he comes out of his mouth and he's basically like, "Oh, well, I thought that we were just going to be, just talking and hanging out and just kind of being guys. And, you're attacking me and you're attacking my channel and you're slandering me, this, that, and the third." And here's the thing. When you're talking to somebody or somebody's interviewing you, I can understand how Parker can feel like that to an extent, if depend, because when and I'm gonna sit there and try to play devil's advocate for a minute. When you watch the video or the 30 minutes, because I mean, if you're interested in other stuff, fine, but and granted, he did sit there and say like, I was interrogating you and I wasn't there being a little harsh and stuff. So with those things said, I can understand how, he feels that, he's attacking him. But in reality, he's just basically asking the question, are your videos real? Are your Predator videos real? What's going on with that? Because, you know, he's just kind of getting feedback. He's getting feedback for himself personally. He's getting feedback from his subscribers and just people in general that are, you know, wondering about his channel. So I completely understand where he's coming from. And it's just, I'm looking over my notes a little bit, because I kind of want to make sure I'm kind of keeping on topic a little bit. Yeah, I mean, again, it's a lot of, you know, deflecting, and I can't talk about this because I'm signed under a certain contract and things of that nature. And, you know, on one hand, I'm not gonna lie, I felt kind of bad for Leon because when you're, you know, when you're interviewing someone, you want to ask questions, and they're being cagey and they're being defensive and not really answering your questions. Here's the thing, I wouldn't have blamed him if he would have been like, all right, you know what, listen, you're not going to answer any questions, you're super defensive, you basically are sitting there saying that we had a conversation and, you know, I was supposed to do essentially a fluff piece for you, and they never agreed on that. And he's like, yo, listen, we talked about this a month ago. Oh, well, a month is a long time. Bro, seriously, you knew exactly what kind of content that Leon was doing. You know, he's done videos about your channel. Lots of people have. And he's asked you questions and stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not sit there and try to act like he's always sitting there think, you know, Parker's always sitting there like, oh, well, you know, I thought we were supposed to be buddies and supposed to be friends and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, we both just had the same expression like, bro, he's doing an interview. He was like, oh, I didn't even know that you were recording me. I'm pretty sure you knew he was recording you. And there's one part in the video where he asks him, he's like, well, you know, after these predators get away and stuff like that, and, you know, they magically get away and whatever, what's the follow-up? You know, do these guys go to jail? Things of that nature. And Parker's like, oh, well, I can't sit there and say. He talks about, like, well, not messing up the evidence and stuff like that. And he gets into this whole bullshit fucking rant about that. And there's one part, and I'm not gonna lie, where, let's see if I wrote it down, because this shit really fucking threw me for a minute. There's one part where he's asking him a question, and he asks Parker something, and Parker's like, well, there's a voice that's like, well, I'm not a judge. And then Parker says, I'm not a judge. And Leon is like, is somebody like talking for you? Like somebody like talking in your ear? And Parker's like, no one's talking in my ear. And when you rewind it, you can clearly hear somebody is like feeding them like answers towards those type of questions, you know. And I could have swore it might have been fucking even Chester. And granted, this is of course all alleged because Parker, from what I hear, seems like the type of person that when you do a video about him, he wants to start fucking talking about legal action and shit. So allegedly, you know, you can almost hear somebody else in the background like feeding them answers, and it's just really fucking weird. But I mean, I still think his videos are entertaining. I don't think that his videos are real, but I think they're entertaining. And you know, Leon Lush seems like the type of guy that he does, you know, a lot of these exposure videos where, you know, he questions like, you know, is this real, stuff like that or whatever. So I'm not surprised. I mean, Luxury Prankster, Luxury Parker's channels, he has like 3 of them. I think there's Luxury Dark, there's Luxury Pranks, and then there's Life of Luxury. And yeah, so I mean, his channel is, you know, is big. It's you know, he has a lot of subscribers. He has a lot of fucking views. I mean, dude talks about how much views that he has and how much subscribers he has. And when you go into his stories, you can see that every now and then he'll sit there and brag, oh, I have so many likes, and I have so many views and stuff like that. And like, my goodness, I really hope if I ever get to that point in YouTube or whatever career thing I'm doing, that I never get to a point where I'm like, oh, look at me, I have X amount of subscribers, because that just really says a lot about you. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but definitely check out that interview, because I'm not gonna lie, it did kind of make me look at him in a bit of a different light. I mean, it's not gonna make me stop watching his videos, I'll be honest with you, but there's one part where you spent there talking, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of bothered me a little bit, because I felt like he kept trying to, in some sort of way, use his daughter as a shield whenever Leon started asking him certain questions. He'd be like, oh, I'm doing this for my daughter, and I'm trying to go to college, and this and that, and it's like Leon would ask him a question, and he would be like, da 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 for my daughter, and it was like, was that some sort of deflection tactic? So like, in case people look at you sideways, they can sit there and say, oh, well, you're a loving dad or something. I mean, that bothered me. You know, that pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. You know, and this is just my opinion. When I feel like you're using your kids as some sort of shield, like, that is just fucking disgusting. Again, my opinion, but yeah. So definitely check out the video. I'm gonna write his name in the description, as far as you know, the guy who's interviewing Parker. And be the judge yourself, you know? I mean, look at the video, look at the half mark video, because and you can kind of see, you can kind of get a glimpse of what Parker's like, you know? And anyway, thanks for watching the videos, for watching the video. Thank you for the comments. Really, really, really super appreciate it. Because as I'm doing these videos, sometimes, you know, I'll read a comment like, oh shit, wow, I didn't know that. And, you know, whenever I do a follow-up video, you know, I'll talk about it, because, you know, I think that people need to know, especially if it's about certain channels, you know. I remember I did one about overboard humor, and somebody gave me a comment, and so I'm gonna use that in my next video when I talk about, like, so yeah, thanks for the comments, thanks for the likes, thanks for the views. I really, really fucking appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video.